In today's topic, let's see what is vertical scaling. So before we go into vertical scaling, we need to know about two terms. One is scale up and one is scale down. So to explain this, let me give a situation that I am creating a website. I'm just deploying in Amazon server through EC2. So what it is? So now I'm just creating a server with one vCPU, one virtual CPU, and 1 GB RAM, which is a T2 micro hardware configuration, which is an instance type. So as of I created this and I deployed into the Amazon server. So as later customers have increased, usage of my website has increased day to day from the customer side. So what I think, I want to upgrade the instance type, or I need to upscale the capacity. That is called scale up. Increasing the capacity is nothing but the scale up. Yes, increasing the scale capacity or upgrading the instance type. So let's take, so first of all, by creating virtual machine, I just give it a T2 micro instance type, which is a 1 virtual CPU and 1 GB RAM. So where after the customers have increased, I need to increase the capacity or upgrade the instance type from T2 micro to T2 2x large, which is a 8 virtual CPU and 32 GB RAM, which is a which has a more hardware configuration, right? So I have scaling up my server. This is nothing but a scale up. So why we want to do this? Scale up increases better performance. As I said, if only 2 people is using website a day to day, four people is increased. According to the 4 people, I need to configure the hardware configuration. So for more resources, means for better performance, we need to scale up. This is what scaling up means. So by scaling up, Amazon would increase certain cost from one instance type to other instance type. And next, scale down. Scale down is nothing but decreasing the capacity or downgrade the instance type. Means by starting, I have used the instance type as T2 2x large, which is a high, which is a more virtual CPU and 30 GB more space and storage, more hardware configuration. So as day to day, customers have decreased using my website. So what I think is, for only a certain customer, only few customers, I don't need of more configuration, more hardware configuration to reduce that. So I need to decrease the capacity from T2 large to T2 micro. So for that I use scale down, or what is called scaling down, or scale down, whatever it is. Decreasing the capacity or downgrade the instance type, which means it reduces cost when the demand is low. If the demand is low, automatically people people start using the website only at few times. So for that, and I don't need to buy more hardware configuration server. So for that, we use scale down. So you decrease the server from the existing one. This is what scaling down means. And after that, what is virtual scaling? So increasing or decreasing the hardware configuration, otherwise CPU or RAM, of a one EC2 instance is nothing but a virtual scaling. Like, what is scaling up? Scaling up is increasing the instance type or the increasing the capacity. Upgrading instance type or the increasing capacity. What is scaling down? Decreasing or downgrade the instance type. But what is vertical scaling? Which is combined of both increasing or decreasing. If I want to increase, if I want to decrease according to my requirement, so both can be done according to the use cases, according to the requirement. This process is nothing but the vertical scaling. It is also known as scale up or scale down. This is all about vertical scaling. So to enable vertical scaling, so few steps need to be taken in mind while doing vertical scaling. First thing, we need to stop the instance to do vertical scaling, as because when the instance is running, we cannot do all the way and go and change the T2 micro to T2 large. As because if you are example, if you are running a system, and we cannot take the hard disk while the system is running, right? So while my laptop is running, I cannot even take the hard disk and can change the hard disk while the system is running. So the same thing in virtual server also. So while running an instance, we cannot do that. It is not possible to do that. So we need to do vertical scaling. First we need to stop the instance. So there is some downtime for an instance in vertical scaling. To do vertical scaling. So when stopping a virtual machine, people in internet will not able to access the website which is deployed in the Amazon server. That is a downtime. This is what I mean to say. What is vertical scaling, scale up, and scale down.